3 games left of the season, and the tiniest little bit of hope we could still win the league. Welcome back to the Journey Manager. Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back to Estaglau. Yesterday we had a triple header. Today, potentially another triple header. If it comes to it, we need to push Zob Ahan to the very edge. There's not many games left now. Now, there are some pretty big games to kick things off here. We kick things off with a game against Persepolis. We beat them 7-0 in a live com earlier on this year without playing them away. The very next day, Pycan, who are in third, take on Zob Ahan. Pycan, if you win that game, you will be my hero. And from there, our final 2 games are against Shams Azar, who knocked us out the cup, and then against Aluminium Arak, who, well, we probably should be beating. They're down in 9th. As for Zob Ahan, well, they've got Pycan. They've also got to take on Aluminium Arak and Fulad. Those last 2 games away from home. I want to believe we have a chance. Now, since last episode where we beat Pycan, 5 games played, we've drawn a game in this run of results. Had we won that, we would be top of the league right now on goal difference. That draw was against an Asaj, a team that I don't really remember ever beating. They just seem to be really good at giant killings, and it's really, really annoying. Admittedly here, they've not really killed the giant, they just stunned us. Yeah, a draw was annoying. We did also manage to beat Sepahan. Really nice result in this one. They managed to steal points off Zob Ahan, so I was a little bit scared for this one. And despite Mark missing a penalty, we still got over the line. And in our most recent game, Mark missed another penalty. Yeah, I did wonder as he missed and we were only 1-0 up, was that going to come back to bite us? Good news, it didn't. Yeah, I mean, we got by. I'm a bit concerned that Mark might have to take another penalty today and miss it. He's had 8 penalties this year and only scored 5. Now, in terms of team news for this end-of-season run-in, Nyamsi is suspended for this first game, and sadly, hometown hero Wellington Paulo, who's just an honorary Iranian at this point, although granted, he is just Iranian anyway, he is also injured. So sadly, a fan favourite not available today. In terms of the team, though, this is the lineup we're going to go with. This is a lineup reminiscent of the one that managed to win 7-0 in this fixture in the home game. I need to win here. If we lose this, suddenly I just need Pycan to beat Zob Ahan in their game. If Zob Ahan win that game, it's probably game over for the season. Our goal difference is so strong that even if we lose here, we're likely to book an Asian Champions League preliminary place. We're on a good run to it for the fans. That sounds good. It's weird, right? If we win the league, it's 1,000 miles, which ultimately is what I really want to achieve today. But just getting into the Asian Champions League will maybe give me some food for thought. Do I stick it out and just have an Asian Champions League run? That could be really good for my managerial rep. I feel like maybe I've not emphasised this enough. One of the biggest issues I'm going to have come the end of this save game isn't miles. Miles shouldn't be a problem, I'd like to think. It will actually be the manager reputation that we have. And so whilst it might feel like we're maybe burning another year by staying in around this year and potentially, if we don't win the league, staying another to do the Asian Champions League, it is just going to bolster my opportunities once we get to Europe. Funnily enough, a man who's only ever won the Bangladesh Premier League and the Singapore Premier League, he's not going to get a job managing a Premier League club immediately, sadly. Anyway, I'm talking about that. Let's not talk about our next job. Let's talk about the job at hand here. We need to win. That was a shot blocked early on, which I haven't exactly loved seeing. Also, they're playing a 4-4-2. I've made this change a lot this year. You guys have seen it before. We're going to turn on focus through middle, pass into space, and run at defence more. Really want to try and overwhelm their 2 centre midfielders. Okay, they've got a throw-in on the near side, of course. This was a game where we won 7-0 before. In this game here, 1-0 would be fine. We have got the goal difference over Zob Ahan, but there is a pressure, shall we say, on us to try and make something happen here and, well, hopefully get ahead early. I don't want a stressful final 3 games here. I just want us to win our games comfortably, and then no matter what, I can look at things and go, well, we did what we could at the end of the year. If we don't win the last 3 games, I will be upset no matter what. Abassi, where are we going? Big Larry, the left back. Wandering inside to Hani, turns, shoots, oh my word. Now, their keeper is injured. I don't think he stops that anyway. I do feel bad for Hani, because I feel like he got a bit of criticism last year playing as a false 9. This year, he's starting in that deeper 10 role. And he's showing he's very good at scoring, actually. That is a sensational finish. There is, however, a kick-off highlight immediately. Do I need to be nervous here? Am I getting complacent too soon? Hamad Far plays it inside. Big Larry, caught narrow. Raziel here with a lot of space to maybe get the ball in. Drops it back post. Tiabi heads it across. And we had the lead there for 20 seconds. Literally 20 seconds. Our back four here, kind of in a man-on-man battle. Everyone had someone except Mark, who didn't have TAB, free header. Maybe Haydari shouldn't get meted at the near post. Right, Garibi, we've got to get forward. We've got to score. What can we do? Hani turns his man a bit far away from goal to shoot on this occasion, but he's going to give it wide to Zorin, who has been Mr. Assister this year. Whip back post. Gadazi was under it. Big Larry going to keep it alive. Whips it in. Headed half away, but Abassi going to keep it alive. Vasey, Big Larry doesn't quite get there. And now they're maybe going to look to catch us, although Mark wins it nicely. Abassi, Zorin to Vasey, Gudazi. There's options in the middle. Can he pass it? He does. Hani has another. It's 2-1. Well, there's goals today early on. I wanted a stress-free game. I'm not getting that. Vasey's ball here was actually quite nice to Gudazi. Good little touch. We forced their defensive line back, and no one had Hani on the penalty spot. Zorin over a corner. He's going to whip it in. There's a flurry of players. A flurry of players? That's not a good adjective to describe it. There's a gaggle of players, like geese in the middle. Better. Hani goes down in a heap. I think he was looking for a penalty so he could try and score his hat-trick. In the end, though, flag's not been raised. Referee's not blown his whistle, and instead, we're going to try to do something with Karga. At centre-back, going for a wander. I thought for a moment he might be caught out position, but we have got the ball back. Abassi through the middle, lays it. Gudazi in behind. Gorbanpour, more like Gorban score. 3-1. I'll hold up my hands a minute. I have bigged up Zorin a lot on the right-hand side, and actually Gudazi, the man who didn't play football all of last year, has been equally important to how we play. What a sensational first-time pass. There is, however, another kick-off highlight. Stop me if you've seen this one before. Last time this happened, they scored and responded immediately. This time, even if they did get the goal back, they wouldn't draw level, and well, we are bringing it forward. Hani, Gorbanpour, has Hani running forward, has Zorin running forward. They've got it forward into such a dangerous area. It's blocked away. It was very nearly a fourth. It's weird. I am nervous. I am excited for this end of season, but at the same time, I can't truly get carried away, even when we're winning a game like this and looking good, until I see Zobahan slip up. They've lost 2 games all year. We've lost 2 games all year. It basically comes down to which team is not going to bottle it. And to be fair, if neither team bottles it, that's not good enough for us. So it's completely out of my own hands. We can only do what we need to do, and they've just hit the crossbar there. We need to do more in this game. 2 minutes left at the end of this first half. I'll tell you what, things did slow down a little towards the end of things there, quite fortunately, if I'm being honest. I was not enjoying things. We have a really high XG, but actually we've not had that many chances. Our goals have all been cutbacks, it feels like. Or, well, barring the first one, they've been kind of cutbacks, tap-ins from inside the 18-yard box that have inflated the XG. Quantity of chances hasn't been there. And they have created stuff in this game, Persepolis. They're looking to make something happen again here, as Diallo is given acres of space on this near side. What are we doing? I don't like this. They've got so many men committed forward. Kosaravi for them. Dispossessed by Zorin, but falls to TAB. Mark, he's not been good from the penalty spot. He's not done good defending there. I thought a penalty might be given for a moment as a player got bundled down in the box. There's been lots of long highlights in this game. This is another long one. Diallo dinks it. Garibi wins the header, but it falls down to TAB. We get it back, and I'll tell you what, we're absorbing a bit of pressure here, aren't we? And that, oh my, what is that? What are we doing? Tayabi's now bringing it forward for them and squares it. I am not happy with what I've just seen there. I'm shouting to man more. I don't think it's the right option to click here, but it's the option that's going to make me happy, because what are we doing? Completely self-inflicted, it has to be said. The ball was crossed in. Question marks over Karga at the near post as well. It's a 1-goal game yet again. 30 minutes left. You know what? It's time to make some changes. Annoyingly, in the attacking third, I feel like we've been quite good today. And defensively, it's kind of the area of the pitch where I just don't have options to bring on. I actually think my best bet here is to just try and bring in some fresh legs in the final third. Mortazavi on you come. Yaramadi on you come. Al Asaf, I'm going to bring in for Abassi, I think, at deep line playmaker. And as much as I want to change things with our defence, there just isn't adequate options. Even when my current crop of players are having bad games, I think they play better than my backups when they're playing their best games. That's basically where I'm at with our defence. Alamoran, for them, is bringing it forward. He lays it wide. It's attempted to be played inside. Big Larry wins it. There's still 27 minutes left in this game. There is still loads of football to be played, and the nerves are jangling. I'll be honest, I am starting to get worried. Mark to Hani, who is, of course, still on for his hat-trick. Mark to Mortazavi. This is nice. This is pretty. Hani in behind, shoots. It's gone over the line barely. I thought it had not gone in there for a second. It's 4-2. He has got his hat-trick. Mark's ball here, you know what? Fair play. And then Mortazavi's ball here, even better. What about this for a finish? Did it actually cross the line? That's as close as you're ever going to see to the ball not going over the line. Well, we've just got 2 goals ahead. Why have they now got a set piece? Why are they now scoring? Why can it not be just a normal game? Haydarian goal for us this year has undoubtedly been an improvement on last year's goalie option. He still has moments of madness in him, and that was mad. Oh dear. Right, immediately up the other end we go. I mean, it was a 7-goal thriller last time we met them, but all the goals came in our favour. At the moment, this game is another 7-goal thriller. So, yeah, you're getting your money's worth. Karga... Is he getting a yellow card? I don't even know what that highlight was. Garga's just decided to barge a guy in the back. There is 18 minutes remaining. They've launched a goal kick forward. It goes over everyone, but Garibi mops up the pieces. Mark stepping up into midfield. And, well, I'm looking to reinstate the 2-goal lead for about the 3rd time in this game, it feels like. Instead, though, we've lost the ball in not the best of areas. High defensive line for us, and Al Amaran is looking to run at us. Razaye inside. It's 4-4. Like, what has just happened? What has happened in this game of football? Even here, I feel like we should have the situation under control, but we stopped chasing, we stopped working back, and there's just a man unmarked in the middle. I mean, at this point, change the mentality to attacking. Let's get on the front foot. We've created plenty in this game, but we've left ourselves open. 4 goals for them from 6 shots on target is a little bit suboptimal, shall we say. We've had a player score a hat-trick. They've had a player get 4 goals in this game, and it could go from bad to worse. There's 3 minutes left here. Is this how our season ends? A capitulation against Persepolis. It's played across. Mark clears it away. Yaramadi. It's a 2-on-3, but there is not really anyone in support. Gudazi to Hani, who's been the main man today, has Mortazavi on the overlap and picks him out nicely. A goal here for either team, and it's surely game over. Mortazavi cutting inside. Mohamed Mortazavi, he joined us at 16. I called him the 17-year-old. He is now 18, and he is the man popping up with a goal from there. He picks up the ball with just the world in front of him to take on, and he says, you know what, I'm going to take on the world. He puts it into the top corner, and you know what, I've got to head too many times in this game and then not shut up shop. I am now shutting up shop. Everyone just drop back a little. You know what, Hani, play at centre mid, mate. Play just a box-to-box midfielder role to see out this game. Why is there a kickoff highlight after I've made the subs? The subs have happened. The changes have happened. I've switched to a 4-3-3. I've now tried to go defensive to stop them scoring. Surely not. Surely not. I genuinely thought they were going to score there. 5 minutes of added time. Praise the players. 3 minutes left. Green, happy, smiley faces. We are going to win this game. And it was anything but simple. Imagine scoring 4 goals in a game and then not winning. This guy, he's very good, isn't he? Takkavi. I can see how he's got so many. I mean, look, this result is nice, but there's a game going on tomorrow, and I am now going to just hit continue and do it all live so that you don't think there's any shenanigans going on. We've qualified for the Asian Champions League. That is lovely. Show me the Zobahan game. Our next game is in 2 weeks. Zobahan take on Paikan in 3rd. Paikan win the game. Do me a favour. Be beautiful. They lost 3-0. They lost 3-0. Zobahan go back to the top spot of the table. We are now, however, guaranteed a top 2 finish. Also, the budgets did just get set. Were they good? No transfer budget. The wage budget has not moved either. Not ideal. Now, our next game is 2 weeks away. We are playing, and then when does Zobahan play? Zobahan play the next day. Is this league biased towards them? We've got to take on Shams Azar. It's the exact same situation as before. We need to win. They need to lose. It's in 2 weeks. I'm going to try and calm down. This next game needs to be more straightforward. Okay, game number 2 today, Shams Azar. Obviously, Zobahan don't play till tomorrow. It's our job to put pressure on them ahead of the final day of the year where we will play at the same time, and things could get spicy. Team news-wise, well, Niamsi's back in the team, which might add a little bit of defensive solidity that we were missing last game back into our ranks. In terms of the rest of the team, though, we are at full strength. There are green links between all our players. A couple of the backup players that'll be on the bench injured, but I mean, I want revenge on Shams Azar for knocking us out the cup. I want to win this game badly. We're at home. It should be straightforward. Okay, well, we're halfway through this first half. Nothing is happening thus far. Still 0-0. They haven't, I've noticed, got a few players on bookings. Wonder if I should be targeting their left-back who's gone a yellow card, or their defence midfielder on the same side of the pitch. In fact, loads of their players are on yellows, and in fact, it could go from bad to worse for them because they've given us the ball. Abassi, Hani, hero of last game, hero of this game, 15 goals for the season, 4 of them coming in the last 2 matches. Mokhtari's wayward pass found Abassi, and from there, we punished them. Hani still had a little bit to do, to be fair, when he picked up the ball, but do it he did. Giasimi for them at left back, inside, a little spell of possession at the halfway line, which is now, well, potentially going to be resulting in a penetrative pass. It doesn't connect initially, but they're trying again, and Radwan is through. He has blazed that shot over. And are they going to live to regret that miss? Because now we're on the attack. Big Larry, Niamsi, Abassi, whip back post. Gorbanpour's there. Gorbanpour's scored it. The flag is raised. I immediately zoomed out. I knew. Still 1-0. Less than 10 minutes left of this first half. We have been on the front foot. We've been causing them some issues, but we've just not found a way through yet to get that all-important second goal, although maybe it can happen here. They've lost the ball in a poor area. Gudazi running at the back line. Players queuing up in the middle. It's fizzed in. It's dealt with initially, but that is an awful header. Niamsi, Abassi, Zorin. That would have been such a nice move with the one-touch passing. The keeper denies Hani another goal. They've got a lot of players on yellow cards right now, and now, all of a sudden, we have a corner right before the break. 3 minutes left. It's whipped in near post. Garibi scores. That one will not be ruled out. That makes it 2-0. Gudazi with the ball in. Queue of players in the near post. Keeper came halfway out. Did not get near enough it. Very happy with how things are going. Keep it up, lads. This game feels fairly straightforward, I think. They've had 2 shots, 0 on target. This feels like a game where one more goal would really afford me the opportunity to just really heavily rotate the final third kind of squad. Saying all of that, I think our next game is in another 2 weeks, and maybe I wouldn't even bother with that rotation. If we're winning 3-0, maybe I should just keep the best players on, let them really put their foot to the throat of Shams Azar, and punish them like that. Gorbanpour scores his 31st of the year. It's probably game over. Can't help but watch games like this and think, lost to this team on penalties in the cup. Probably should have beaten them. In retrospect, that is such a nice strike there by Gorbanpour. Corner, Gudazi, right before the hour mark. He's going to put it into a dangerous area. We've scored one of these already. That one hits the woodwork. And it was very, very nearly a 4th. I mean, it could still be a 4th. Zorin, where are you going? That's an ambitious ball to Gudazi. Floated back in. It's offside. It would have been a ridiculous goal with the pass over from one side, then back over. The linesman doesn't like fun. Was Gorbanpour offside? Probably. Big Larry latching onto a loose ball and now charging into some open space. The left back, he's going on a mission. He's going on a wander. Lays it inside to Niamsi. Abassi now has it. We're really looking in contention for a 4th goal. Zorin, 1-on-1, makes it 4. I mean, look, 4-0 here is fantastic, and it's doing our goal difference a world of good, because if Zobahan draw, we'd be ahead of them by like 9 goals, whilst equal on points going into the final day. You can see here how things are looking. The big caveat there is I need them to not win. They play tomorrow. And now Shams Azar have got a goal back. I mean, they've got one back and I've not really flinched. If they got another back, do I start to get a little bit worried? 15 minutes left here. Mahebi plays it inside. They have got another back. I'm not panicking. I'm just, we're just changing things. We're just being sensible to see out this game. I'm going to make the changes I made before. And in fact, I am also going to make some subs now. I talked about wanting to save some legs. Perhaps instead now, we're just going to bring in players that I think I can trust. And Maddie, I'm going to bring in for Karga in this game. I can't go down a man now. 3 minutes plus added time left to this game. I was about to say I'm starting to not worry anymore. Suddenly, there's a highlight with a minute left and I maybe am starting to worry a little. Hopefully there's not too much added time. Hopefully we can get another goal here. Gorbanpour scores. He's offside again. Is that a hat-trick of offside goals for him today? I think it is. Anyway, you know what? He might have had some offside goals. We have won this game in the end 4-2. Not quite as emphatic for our goal difference as we were hoping. But in terms of final home games of the season, we've done what we can do. And now really the big question mark is, will Zobahan slip up? And I'm not really expecting them to. The team that they're playing, I believe, is Aluminium Arak, who we play on the final day of the season. So even if they lose to Aluminium Arak here or draw, I'm still kind of knowing that I've got to play the team they would have slipped up against. They're probably going to win. It's probably going to be... I take everything back. We can win the league on the final day of the year. What has just happened? Their goalie has got man of the match. They actually went toe-to-toe. Zobahan missed a penalty. I can't believe what's just happened. I don't know what to say. On the final day of the season, I take on Aluminium Arak away from home. That is the game that they've just failed to win. That game is in 2 weeks' time. I don't know what to tell you. Tell you what, that goal for Mortazavi in the first game today suddenly seems way more important. Right. I'm going to play a week or 2 weeks. What's just happened? Genuine. I don't know what to say. I mean, what do you say? Final day of the year, we are top. Zobahan losing to Aluminium Arak is just an absolute blessing. I feel like at different points here at Esteghlal, we've just had things go our way in ways I just couldn't even fathom. The fact that Shams Azar, gave us a battle but we managed to win. The fact that we win against Persepolis for that last-minute goal. And then for this team here, who are down in 8th to do what they've just done, is just mental. We just have to beat them and we win the league. We would earn 1,000 miles for that. That would get me to Greece. It'd get me to Egypt. It'd get me anywhere in Turkey, anywhere in Saudi Arabia if I wanted to go that route. There is one player missing for today's game in Karga, and that is a bigger problem than I want to admit because it means we're probably reuniting Tweedledee and Tweedledum at the back, and I do hate that as a centre-back partnership. Who would have thought that my entire season comes down to playing these two at centre-back for another game? I didn't want it to come to this. The issue is that Maddie, who I'd probably choose to play over. I mean, I could play him. I could... He's quicker. Oh, what do you do? I know that these two guys don't work. You know what? Amadi, in you come. And if you were wondering, what about the other centre-back options at the team, Jack? Well, we have players like Alipur here, who has been developing really, really well. He is also on international duty. Who's on duty? The Iranian under-20s have purged my defence. Right, Amadi Garibi at the back. The rest of the team is the exact same team that played the most recent game. Obviously, Arak here got a crazy win against Zobahan. They are going to believe that they can probably beat us as well. We have to believe that we can obviously do what we need to do here. Go out there, do me proud, make a difference. To win the Iranian Premier League with Esteghlal, given the circumstances of this club, where really we've not made that many transfers over the last few years, would be wild. It is one last task. It is one last challenge. They're playing in white, we are playing in blue, and that is a big ball over the top, which they've scored within 2 minutes. I cannot believe that is how this game has opened up. Free kick just inside our half. Tamori plays it forward. Abaspor tucks it away. And Amadi was the man there, marking the player or not marking him. The man I decided to bring in, who's left him loose. I mean, the good news is maybe there's a highlight within 5 minutes of the game starting where potentially we could respond. The bad news is they are in possession. It could be them looking for another. Tamori plays it forward. Momeni for them. Squares it. I don't even know what to tell you. What is happening? What is happening? 2 goals down inside 5 minutes in a game we have to win the league. I didn't even really want to think about what Zobahan have got to do. I didn't want to look at their match. I didn't want to even think about it. I thought, win our game, it doesn't even matter what they do now. Suddenly, I'm looking at their game thinking, full lad, please draw. And now Gudazi's got injured. Well, Mortazavi, on you come. If things stayed as they are, technically, we would still win the league. But that'd be assuming that Zobahan can't win this game. And that feels like a ridiculous thing to assume is even possible at this point. One awful start to this match. 2 shots on target for them, 2 goals. We've had 67% of the ball. We've just lost our left winger, who's been one of our real kind of key cornerstones to this team. Mortazavi, to be fair, is a pretty good player to be able to try and step up and fill that gap. But it does not feel good. Abassi to Zorin. I need him to turn provider again. Gives it to Hani. He's earned a penalty. We've got a penalty. Oh, my word. Buckle up, buckaroos. Mark's taking a penalty. He's missed his last 2 in a row. He's 5 for 8 for the year. Can he make it 6 for 9? Please, Mark, please. Relief. Relief. I'm still stressed. It wasn't even a good penalty, was it? It wasn't even a good penalty. It will do. It will do. Less than 20 minutes played here. It's 3 goals already, and there's another highlight now. Zorin wins it. Gorbanpour with it to Abassi. Has an option on his right in Zorin. He gets the ball. There's 3 players in the middle. He fizzes it in. Mortazavi was lurking. It's cleared away. Hani still has it. Big Larry. Larry, what can you do? Squares it. Zorin! It's in! It's Hani! It's 2-2! And we have fought back from 2 goals behind inside 5 minutes to 20 minutes played. It being all square. I don't even know how this got in. I thought Zorin messed it up. It looked like he tripped over or was maybe tackled, but somehow it just fell to Hani, who's volleyed it in. And what do you even say? There's a kickoff highlight. Football Manager, what are we doing here today? Football Manager has turned up the whimsy meter today. It's like they've gone, you know what? We really want to mess with him. We really want him to not enjoy himself. I mean, I will enjoy ourselves if we win the league. I won't if they score immediately here. Jel Noose whips it in. What is, genuinely, what is happening? It's 3-2. I have to say, Karga at centre-back has been such a pivotal player for us this year. The fact that he's on international duty is a massive miss. This ball's whipped in. Mameni scores. What do you say? All right, let's try and encourage the players. We've gone down a goal, but we can still fight back. We can still win. There's been 5 goals from a combined XG of 2.39 here. It's been a wild game, which I'm pleased to report has slowed down a little in terms of craziness. I say I'm pleased to report it. I need craziness up at their end. I've not even looked at the Zobahan game. There's 3 minutes left of this half. Is there to be a late twist, a late goal perhaps? Al-Yassi for them. Lays it inside. Esmail lays it forward. Ahmedi wins the header. Abbaspor for them. Now charging through the middle. Lays it wide. Mortazavi reads it. I mean, just as a reminder, a draw might not be enough here. In a weird way, Zobahan have to win. Because if they draw, I'll be ahead of them on goal difference. So a draw for us doesn't really change a lot. Like, we just have to win. Like, there is no kind of alternative, really. Joe Noose is bringing it forward for them. Why are they on the attack? I do not like this. Mameni, someone get the man in behind, please. Aliport, 1-on-1. We fought back, and we've got to do it again in the second half. It's 4-2. My head is in my hands. I can see how this team were able to beat Zobahan, because right now they are putting us to the sword. Defensively, all over the place again. Aliport, Haydari, 4-2. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Do I even want to check the results elsewhere? I feel like I have to, don't I? Zobahan are winning. They would go top of the league as things stand. I have to win this game. We're going to get turn on run at defence. We're going to focus the play through the middle. I'm going to go to attacking, but changing the AMC to play on defensive midfielder on defend. Abassi, advanced playmaker. I've got to go for it in a weird way. Hani is injured. He wants to try and fight it off. That feels like a risk, but it's the last game of the year. I've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't really want to change anything else right now, but look at the ratings for our centre-backs in this game. They have been stinky in this match. You're much better than this. Stop letting yourself down. We're 2 goals down. We need to win this game. We need 3 unanswered goals in this second half. Haydari plucks the ball out. I mean, Zobahan are only 1-0 up. So they could still slip up. Look, the game was in our hands. Our fate was completely in our own control. I said earlier, didn't I, before the kind of first game really got going. If we win all our games, I can't really look at things with any kind of regret. We did everything that we could. If we now fail to win this game knowing that Zobahan slipped up, I don't know how I'm going to emotionally recover. Tamori loses it. Zorin bringing it forward. Options inside and out. He charges forward. He shoots. He probably should have passed it to Gorbanpour. It's parried wide. We do still have a corner here, which Zorin is over. We've looked dangerous from these on occasion. Not necessarily today. This one's kind of dealt with, although it's still dangerous. Maybe. Garibi. Zoni. Inside. Shoots. Deflected over. I mean, the pressure to start the half is promising. We've come back from 2 goals behind before. We've just got to do it again and then get the goal. How hard can it be? How hard can it be? And Maddie has just scored that. What do you even say? It's 7 goals. Defending is optional. Questionable defensive header. And then the centre-back who I've just subbed in for today's game on his left foot smashes it in like that. Right. Encourage the players. We've got 1 back. I need you to get more back now around the grounds. Let me check elsewhere. Zobahana winning. They're 2-0 up. They're gone. I've got to just forget about them. This is all on us. Abassi, set piece. Whips it back post. Mark is there. His header floats over. I mean, do I change legs in the final third? I almost feel like I have to at this point. Zorin, I don't really have options. That's the other issue. Yaramadi, on you come. Vasey, I'm going to bring in, I think, for Niamsi in this game. And I'm going to switch him to play defensive mid on support. Try and get forward a little bit more. Alasaf, I'm going to bring in for Hani, who's got the injury. We need a miracle. We need 2 goals without reply in the next 23 minutes. And they've already scored 4. And I feel like now I've got to overcommit men forward to try and make something happen. Jail Noose for them, skipping through the middle. Defensively, we look all over the shop. The shot is blocked. Alipour still has it. I'm hoping that block shot was the highlight here, bizarrely. Jail Noose, though, options inside, deflects. Haydari collects. I'm shouting to Manmore. Trying to fire up the players a little bit. There's 20 minutes left. We need 2 goals. The title is on this game. Everything comes down to this. Zorin bringing it forward, the right winger. Bringing it forward, all on his lonesome. Can he finish it? He goes down. It's a penalty. It's all on Mark. He's already scored 1 penalty in this game to draw level, to give us hope. My son, with 3 penalty taking. Please, Mark. Please. He's missed the penalty. What a stupid rule I came up with to say that he had to take penalties for me. It could cost me 1,000 miles. We have the corner. Garibi heads it goalwards. There's 17 minutes left. We've just missed a penalty that we had to score. Fire up the players. Get on very attacking. Hope for a miracle. There's 5 minutes left. I've got to throw men forward. Mortazavi, get on attack. Abassi, just get forward, son. Vasey, move in. Mark, you failure. Go play fullback on attack. I'm so upset with what I've seen here. Zobahana winning. We need 2 goals. There's 2.5 minutes left. It'd be the most crazy thing you've ever seen if we can do it. We are overcommitting men forward now. I know that. This shouldn't work, what I'm set up to do, but it's desperation at this point. They've got men committed forward here, there, and everywhere. We're chasing shadows. Mameni has it for them. There's players inside for him to aim for. Taimuri has it. The shot goes wide. I mean, what do I do? More direct? Get rid of pass the ball into space? Hit early crosses? Float them? Just get the ball forward quicker? Step up? Get stuck in? I'm just ticking every option. There's no way this is going to work. I'm literally going to lose the league on the final day of the year. 3 minutes of added time. It's just going. It's gone. And so has the title. It might be the most painful way to not win the league ever. Mark misses a penalty, having already scored 1 in the game. We would have had 17 minutes to get a 5th. And it just ends in absolute heartbreak. Zobahan win the league on the final day. We lose 4-3. I don't even know what to say. I was thinking we could win the league. Between matches, I was thinking we win the league, get 1,000 miles. Think of all the places I could go to on Monday. And now I'm sat thinking, do I even stay here for another season? Should we go have a look at the updated map to end things today? I don't even know where we're at. You know what? Not winning that title might literally be the worst kind of not winning a title ever, because 1,000 miles would have made such a monumental difference. We arrived in Iran with about 220 miles. We got promoted. That was 500 miles. I've got the stats in front of me here. 50 matches won so far as manager of Esteghlal and 221 goals. That equates to 371 extra miles. Its current miles now that we have is 1,100. Still just out of range of Jeddah. I do have Cairo loaded. Oh, Egypt loaded. Cairo is not actually that far outside our range if we wanted to go that route. In terms of leagues I've got loaded, I have got kind of a set path that I kind of had to roughly plan out with this save game, just because you can't load every save or every country in a save game in FM. The leagues I've got loaded, just so you guys know, are Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Greece, Italy, Germany, and England. I'm too sad to even look at this map. Just for context, if we'd won the league, 1,000 miles, that would have been our movement circle. I could have gone all the way to Italy, potentially. I'm just sad. I'm just really, really sad right now. Genuinely don't know how to sign off this video. One awful game. We could have got so far in terms of progress, and we've got absolutely nothing to show for it. Should I stay in Iran? Should I be looking for a job next episode? I don't even know what the plan is. Tune in on Monday. Maybe we'll find out. I'm going to go have a cry.